Today I want to just talk a little bit about a grain that I just recently tried for the first time. I've known about it for a long time, but just recently tried it. And I thought I would share it because I get a lot of questions about grains and what they all are. So many people think grains are just rice and oats, and they might know of a couple of other ones, wheat. Um, but there's so many varieties of grains out there. I mean, you could never get tired of them because there's so many different kinds, and they all have their own unique flavors and things that they go well with and all of that. So I just want to tell you a little bit about one of these, and I will do some other videos on some other grains as well, and also some beans. That's another thing that people think there's only one or two varieties, and I don't even know how many. There's so many. So I wanted to talk a little bit about sorghum today. Sorghum I just tried, like I said, recently for the first time. And I've tried it with lunch and dinner recipes as well as breakfast, and it was delicious with all of them. This is what sorghum looks like when it is raw. So it's kind of very similar to millet. I think it's the closest I can think of. And sometimes it is called Indian millet. But it's not as yellow. It does have more protein than a lot of other grains do. And there's a new study out about sorghum that actually says that it has more antioxidants in it than blueberries. That's huge. This is what it looks like cooked. And it's still pretty chewy. Really cool thing. If we're talking about cost, as far as, a lot of people think it's cheaper to eat unhealthy than it is to eat healthy. Let's just talk about this a little bit. So this whole big bag of sorghum, I think, cost me $7. And 1 cup of sorghum, you cook it in 2 quarts of water. 2 quarts. So that's 8 cups. So basically, like 1 cup can become 8 cups. So that $7 makes more meals than I can even count. So any of you mathematicians that want to figure that out, there's a lot of meals. I only cooked 1 cup, and I have eaten it every day for almost a week. Not at every meal, but and I still have some left over. So also freezes well, like other grains. So that is a little bit about sorghum. Interesting trivia fact is that it's actually the 5th most commonly grown grain in the world, but we just don't really hear a whole lot about it here in the US, but very, very nutritious, very good for you, and also very tasty.